want an outpass for pie. Welcome back to Napcast.
Welcome to Ham Edition.
It's ham time.
It's Hamcast. What's up, hammies?
I've always thought about having snacks sometimes with me when we're doing the podcast, just to, you know,
do something.
get rid of that, like, little peckishness. And now here I am, for some reason, just eating ham.
Raw ham.
I'm gonna bring cheese next time.
Just straight
It's not raw. I want to state that.
Next time I'm just gonna bring a block of cheese and just take bites.
I'm in hell.
You could take some toast.
No, I can't.
So what are we doing on today's episode?
I believe it's my turn.
What a
Finally. Oh my god, that was actually the intro. What's up, buddy?
I'm fucking joking.
I'm Rebel and Notorious. Joining me today is Shaun.
Yeah, I'm here somewhere. I'm here in body.
I'm Melina.
I'm here. I already screamed. Michael's eating ham.
Ham.
We've just been... He just came walking out the kitchen, just handful of ham.
Yeah. Literally, before we sat down and recorded this, I look over into the kitchen and you just walk out, both hands full of ham.
That makes it seem like I'm holding an excessive amount of ham.
That's what it looked like to me in that moment.
Holding ham in itself. It's weird. It doesn't matter the amount.
I thought you were going to put like a sandwich or something, but no, you just come out with the ham.
And we just had our lunch break, and you didn't think to eat your ham during the lunch break. No.
If it was during lunch break, I would have made a sandwich, but because we were going into recording...
Ham.
What a beautiful beginning.
So what the fuck are we doing, Melina?
So remember how you two guys had a nice episode talking about your...
2 nice episodes. Get it right.
2 nice episodes.
Yeah, because he did 1 episode and I did 1 episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 nice episodes.
You said 1 episode.
I thought I said 2.
I don't know what's going on here.
You've been eating ham. You're fine.
You're enjoying your ham life over there.
We should mention that by the time it all comes out, there will be less of a gap than has happened in real life.
Yeah, because
exactly.
we did that like back in September.
Yeah.
It's currently November.
Don't tell.
No, we recorded the last one in August.
Oh my fucking god.
Because we recorded the Halloween stuff in September.
You're
Yeah.
right.
And we took October off for reasons.
And now
The reasons were ham.
Yes.
Yeah.
We needed to get a ham refill.
No, someone went to ham rehab. Or reham.
Reham, if you will, yeah.
I got rehammed.
Just armed him with more ham.
Oh, I hate this is how this starts. Because if I ever want to tell anyone, I was like, oh, if you want to hear about like my movies and stuff, listen to that.
Yeah.
But no, it's just gonna be us talking about
Ham-free films.
It's funny because I was thinking, oh, should we bring up the thing we've been talking about behind the scenes that may happen at the end of this season? And I was like, and now I'm thinking, maybe not in your rent-free films, but also I
Thanks.
started the episode like this, so I don't know.
No,
Should we leave
no,
that for
that's gonna be left.
Yeah, that's next
No
time.
longer-
That's next time, okay.
You can speculate what that meant.
Yes. So yeah, we've done my rent-free films, we've done Shaun's rent-free films, so now... 3 months
It's
later,
your turn.
we're coming back to Melina.
You couldn't escape it.
No, I didn't want to.
Yeah, you've had this ready since the
Oh
last
my-
time we
yeah.
recorded.
I
I
feel
had this ready
bad
for a
that we've
while.
kind of ended up with such a big
Shame.
gap.
That's
yeah.
fine. I don't mind. I got to learn from both of you guys to be like, oh,
yeah.
that's good. Maybe don't expose that of myself. But
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So do we just jump straight?
Yeah,
into
I'm
that,
happy
or-
to jump
let's do
straight
that.
in.
Okay. So if
20
anyone
questions, let's go.
doesn't remember, there's 20 questions about people's films that are near their heart based on the questions. So yeah, we'll just jump into the first question, which is the first film you ever saw.
Well, the first one I remember seeing, because that's
Yeah,
we
that's
talked
the
about
first
it.
thing, yeah.
Sleeping Beauty,
Okay, that
because it
makes sense.
terrified me.
Yeah.
That's true for a lot of classic Disney
Yeah.
movies, I think.
It's a whole bit with the thorns, you know. You have like the green fire, and the only reason I remember is 'cause it was scary.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I don't remember. Like I've watched films before that, but I wouldn't know what because
Yeah.
it didn't leave a lasting trauma.
I know that I don't remember this, but according to my mum, my sister had Snow White on like VHS when we were kids, but we had to get rid of it because there's a part in Snow White. I think she's like running in like the forest or whatever, and there's like all these like spooky imagery and like the trees and stuff, and it apparently freaked my older sister out.
Oh.
So we had to get rid of that VHS.
Wow.
Like, it could be that I watched Snow White before this. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've seen it. I don't remember having watched it.
Yeah,
and
but
I know
that's
I've seen it.
Yeah.
The point of this question is more like, what's your first memory?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be the first film you actually saw.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
think
you
we
know.
both talked about that. The first ones that we answered for this one was ones we first remember seeing. Because
Yeah.
I think I said Pokemon 2000. I don't remember my first time watching that. I
Yeah.
just remember. I don't have any memories of not having seen it.
Yeah. That's kind of the same with Toy Story 2 for me, as you know, it's just always been there.
Yeah. I'm stuck with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
that's the one film that I'm like 100%. That's the first one I remember having seen.
Yeah.
And it had such a lasting impact, apparently, that it stayed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the film that makes you cry the most.
Okay, I want to start with the film that I first remember me having to actively stop myself from crying. And this is when I was maybe like 7 years old.
Okay.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
Yeah.
What part specifically, if you can remember? If you want to remember.
Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't watched it in years because I have such a heavy memory of just sitting there. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, and I think it's when Lilo's being taken away by like Child Protective Services.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. And then for more recent things, something that will always just kind of get a tear rolling down my cheek. It's so stupid. Battle of the Five Armies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why, but it always just gets me.
That
it
makes
just
so much
gets me in-
sense for
Yeah.
you. I'm not judging you for it.
I am.
But
Heavily.
like,
I don't know. It was
Really?
just, those movies were such a big part of like my teenagehood and my like, you know, really getting into film. And so I spent like years
think
obsessing
that's-
over these characters. That
weirdly,
every
I think
time
that's true for a lot of people like around
Yeah.
our age.
There's only 4 years of a difference between us,
Yeah, but you know, when you're like 12 when the first one comes out, or like 11 even when the first one comes out.
I guess.
I was never into The Hobbit before the last one came out.
Oh.
I've not seen any of them in cinema because I got into it after that one even.
Oh, I suffered all.
So
I suffered
I-
all of them in cinemas when I was a kid.
I've seen the first two in my teenage years.
I say suffer. I'm like half and half because I talked to you about my love-hate relationship with the Hobbit movies.
Yeah.
'Cause I love them as like a guilty pleasure, but like I also hate them because I've seen better now.
Yeah.
So you know. But I saw all of them in cinemas, so
Yeah.
I can sort of understand where you're coming from, but also not.
I don't know why. That's the problem because I'm now semi-moved on. Like to say, like it's not my main fandom that I would
Yeah.
put on a pedestal above all, but it just reminds me of being a teenager and being
Yeah.
more obsessed with those characters than I am now. I'm just
Yeah.
being like, how dare you do this to me?
Maybe these should be the films that you feel the most to you, not because of the quality, but because of where you were.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't know.
Just
But
a
yeah,
suggestion.
weirdly, I don't cry at movies very quickly.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
No, exactly. And we'll get to it when we get to like film that made you laugh the most. But when I'm watching a movie, I'm very much stone-faced.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
something right.
Of us, I'd say you're the most critical of movies in general.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. That's
Joyless.
just an observation based
No.
on.
Yeah,
Conversations.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's even if I love a film, I'll just sit there, just stone faced, and afterwards be like, that was really nice. And I was like, that was so funny when that happened. Like the most a film will get out of me is
I've got this image you're watching any movie, just like fucking Homelander in the cinema. Just
like things that make me laugh are never the things that are meant to make you laugh. It's just watching like characters stand a bit too stupid or a bit too
Yeah.
stoic where I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. Someone in Lost, I just finished watching Lost, someone saying, we have to move the island. Crack me
I mean,
up.
to be fair, that would make me crack up.
yeah,
as
that's
well.
a funny line, just
Yeah.
objectively.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know. Films will make me cry very quickly. As a kid, way more than now. Like, Up, same thing as Lilo and Stitch. I was sitting there with a cousin of mine who was younger than me. So I was like, I'm the adult in this situation.
yeah.
Like, okay. I'm the adult. I can do this.
To be fair, you were what, 7, you said?
For Lilo and Stitch 7, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe younger. I'm not sure.
You are forgiven.
Yeah. Okay, so film that you love that everyone else hates.
Well, most of The Hobbit. That's a given.
I feel like that's gonna pop up a lot.
Yeah. And so I started my movie journey before The Hobbit and stuff. I just watched what was on Netflix at the time, which was not good movies.
No.
It
I
was,
mean, I guess
you know,
for the Netherlands.
Yeah, so it started with all the films that would go traditionally straight to DVD.
Yeah, okay.
So a film that I was obsessed with as a teenager that I still love, but more for like nostalgia's sake, The Hot Chick with Rob Schneider. It's such a girl movie.
Okay.
It's like a Mean Girls-esque type of movie.
Judging by the title, that's what I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's about Rob Schneider. He switches bodies with a teenage girl.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, that.
I hope this movie's aged well.
No!
Okay, so that is the one that I was thinking of. That's Rob
Yeah,
Schneider.
I know
Yeah.
who Rob Schneider
Yeah.
is. I'm trying to picture just the movie because I've never heard of this.
No, neither have I.
My first thought when you said it, honestly, wasn't Hot Chick, but White Chicks.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But that's like the same scope of
Yeah,
film, I'd
yeah,
say.
Yeah.
And then we have Burlesque, which I don't think you guys know either. It's a girl movie. All girls know it. Like, any girls listening will be like, hell yeah. So it's a movie featuring
It's like
Christina.
when you're scrolling through like Instagram reels and like the top comment is guys are gonna look at this and go, hell yeah.
So it's a film with Christina Aguilera and Cher about this woman who goes to LA and just becomes a burlesque dancer, but also singer because of course.
Is this a girl movie? I'm too boy to understand.
Yeah, I think I may be too male to understand
Yeah.
this movie.
It's just a girl drama film. Yeah.
Okay.
We are too cis male for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too cis male for this. I know. It's a shame. But that's, I think most of the films that I love are just because they're girl movies.
This is our mecca to her. You know, your girl
Yeah,
movies
exactly.
is our mecca. We absolutely adored Promer because of how fucking balls to the wall it is.
Yeah, it is nuts.
It's hot. It's like hot-blooded shonen, like that, like concept
action.
of and then you know, yeah, that's
Burlesque.
exactly
this
what
is what we,
Yeah.
this is what you feel
It
like
has
when we talk about that.
Cher.
We get it now.
I get it. Yeah, I get it
Yeah.
now.
Have you guys even seen Mean Girls?
No.
No.
Oh
I-
my god,
I know
we need to
we
do
need-
a girl movie episode.
Melina, we talked about this like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we've never seen Mean Girls.
Oh my god. It's such an integral part of growing up for women.
We're not women.
We're not women.
Yeah, it's
Never have been.
No.
same with like films like Pitch Perfect. It's
I've
just
seen Pitch Perfect.
all three.
The first two.
Oh,
I have a little sister who was obsessed with those movies, and now
You see,
so no,
that's how it
but
works.
that means I have to made it my life mission to never see one of those movies.
I may
not
well watch
because-
all three of them.
Of course.
Not because of those movies, but because of pure spite.
Yeah.
I don't know that. As someone
movies
siblings,
could
I
be
get
fine.
it.
Yeah, sibling relationships.
You know, my little sister loves it, so I have to hate it.
Yeah, no, that's how it works.
It is
Yeah.
obligation.
Fair point.
You'll have to drag me
Totally.
in to see those movies,
Absolutely.
and they could be fine.
So, a film you used to love that you don't anymore.
Get Hard.
Is this the
Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't know when it came out. It had such a grip on me because I thought totally not on purpose, but I don't know why. I just thought, oh, people must find this so funny. So any like gathering at or whenever someone asked me for a film, I was like, that's what you gotta watch. Did I find it funny? Nah. But I was like,
What?
people would love this. People love that shit. So
wait, hold on. People are wanting like movie recommendations, and you're just yelling, "Get hard!
Get Hard.
Get hard!"
Grab his dick! Yeah! Grab it and twist it!
Bop
Immediately,
it.
twisted.
Oh, man.
I love that immediately before this you were talking about how many girl movies you watched, and then you immediately hard cut to Get Hard.
I don't know. It's such a stupid movie, but I was like, I convinced myself that I liked it because other people liked it, and I was like, oh yeah, well that's what the people like,
That's a
and so I don't like it
So
anymore.
you gaslit yourself into it.
And then honorable mention to Thor: The Dark World because you know, you
Oh,
first,
of course.
Yeah, I
makes
get
sense, you know. You watch, you're like, go characters, I
You
like, and then
You desperately wanted it to be.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I wanted it to be good, and then when you think about it, like years later, you're like, oh my god, that was so bad.
was-
Yeah.
That was so bad. I was like, but for the characters, no, even that, no, no.
I still contest Iron Man 2 is worse.
Yeah, I'd go that far.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the best part of to me about Thor Dark World is Skarsgård just being insane.
Oh, yeah.
Just running around naked and Stonehenge.
yeah.
Best part.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
It's the good part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think
It
so.
peaks there, and
I mean,
it doesn't get
absolutely.
it doesn't get those highs again.
For me, it's also is it Kat Dennings?
Oh yeah, Kat
Oh,
Dennings.
yeah.
She's nice. Yeah.
She was the best part of
I'm gonna be
Thor.
honest.
the
movies.
It's funny.
And
When I
what was the Marvel series she was in as well?
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like when I first watched like the early Thor movies, I thought she was annoying as hell.
Really?
Yeah.
It's only when I've gone back after seeing WandaVision, surprisingly, I thought, oh no, she's fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've always watched them sort of like when I was in my teen years
Okay.
because of when they came out, and yeah.
Yeah.
You just thought she was sarcastic and pretty.
Yeah.
yeah.
Look, when you're a teenage straight guy, sometimes that's all you need.
Meanwhile, I was like, Thor and Loki, yeah, good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
Look, everybody got down bad for something in that movie.
that's what's wrong with cinema. They're like, okay, we need something for the boys and something for the girls.
I'm so sorry, asexuals who can't relate.
I feel like even asexuals can be like, he's a god. I like that.
No, they appreciate the hammer action. That's not what I meant. I meant just the action.
Yeah, sure. Sure you do.
Please move on. I'm crumbling.
So the next one is the scariest film you've ever seen. This is going to be funny
This is
because you
gonna be
don't watch
great.
horror movies.
Okay.
You
Let
can
me
cop
set the
out and say
scene.
The Shining.
The year was 2011, I want to say, and this horror movie just came out where they basically took Santa Claus, the Dutch version, and made it into a horror.
Is this Black Christmas?
I don't think
Krampus?
No.
we just call it a horror saint to translate it.
Okay.
And I watched it as a friend's house, and traumatized me. Had an overactive imagination to begin with, so that doesn't help. So I don't want to say it's hallucinations, but I could imagine seeing things where they weren't.
Yeah, I
You
get
know.
it. Overactive
Yeah.
imagination. I get that.
That really messed me up. Like, really messed me up. Sleeping didn't work well. Biking in the dark didn't do well for me.
You would have been 10, right?
10 or 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
so-
understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that really messed me up to the point of therapy number 1.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah.
This conversation really did take a dive.
Yeah. So I would still to this day say that's the scariest I've watched, but I would never go back to watch it again.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
the trauma.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, probably at this point I would watch and be like, wow, the effects are horrible. And like it doesn't make sense to us, and so I could disassociate myself from it.
Yeah.
But still I'm like, no, we'll just leave that there. And then I have Split.
Is that even a horror movie?
It's a thriller technically. It's just something about the ending of it messed me
Okay.
up. Watch it late at night thinking, oh, it's not going to be scary. And then this, demon monster thing just starts climbing
I've not
on
seen the ending
ceilings.
of
no,
Split,
I've
so-
never seen Split, so.
Yeah, messed me up.
This is the M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with
Yeah.
James McAvoy.
Yeah, that's why I've never seen it.
Great performance from
Yeah, I
McAvoy.
heard that was one
Yeah.
of his
Yeah,
good
it's like
films.
amazing, but messed me up. And funnily
I heard
enough,
Glass wasn't as good though.
Yeah.
funnily enough, another movie that really messed me up is Frankenstein with McAvoy. With Radcliffe and McAvoy. You remember it?
No?
I don't know why.
I feel like is this Radcliffe? You said so.
Yeah,
I think I know what
Radcliffe.
this movie is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they had a lot of press for it, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
Oh,
probably came
Victor Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember this movie coming out.
Was this even a horror movie?
Funny story, I watched this one while I was on holiday in Scotland.
Yeah, I know it's Willy Wonka.
Fucking
Yeah, I know. That's
I remember the
Radcliffe
meme going
looking
around at the time when I was
absolutely
into
silly.
like Harry Potter. Like, so this is the universe where Lily actually did get with Snape.
Yeah, no, that's a common joke. Yeah. And I don't know, it terrified me so much because there's something about bringing something back to life with electricity that just messed me up.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, it really messed me up. And it was like a very interesting movie until they get to the final bit where they create Frankenstein and then they're like, oh shit, as the book says, it's an abomination, we should kill it immediately.
Yeah.
Which the book is way funnier with.
Oh my god, yeah. We'll get to that. That's somewhere in here.
Oh, cool. That's in there.
Cool,
It's a
cool.
book. But okay.
And I don't know, it really just fucked me up for a few weeks to the point where I was just laying in bed and was like, love just having my brain be a little too active for this time of
You're
night.
so weak.
I am. I get in my head about stuff.
I had this exact problem up until very recently where I realized I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, like at some point you just gotta go, it's not real.
Yeah, but
But it took me years to get to that point.
like both Split and Frankenstein, I watched when I was maybe 15-ish. 15, 16. So after that, I was like, maybe I should just stay away from horror altogether.
It's funny because you say that looking at me as if it's in a defense when I've been in a horror since I was like
Yeah, like I think
7.
She knows you're more likely to judge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, for me, I don't avoid scary as much as I used to because again, I can. Okay, there's some subjects I will not mess with.
Words.
I'm not messing with certain subjects, and we've talked about this.
Next year we are watching The fucking Exorcist.
I'll get
care.
Manuel. Yeah, Manuel can do it for me.
I mean, I've already seen it.
You've
so-
already seen it,
so
so
I'm-
you know it's not bad.
Yeah, I can. It's really not.
I can be an all boys episode. You're fine.
Really not.
I am gonna get Manuel to force you to watch it.
Good luck.
Melina, I tell you, even with I feel like even like the religious stuff, it's not that.
No,
It's not as big as you think it would be.
The film's really not focused on the religious element.
Honestly, it feels more like when you watch it, you can very much like interpret it up until maybe like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, the last.
That it's like a more of like a she's just like being misdiagnosed with
Yeah.
something. Like it's not actually a demon.
So the same holiday that I had in Scotland when I watched Victor Frankenstein, I also heard an audio file that was reportedly from an actual exorcism. Messed me up even more than all these movies
Where
did.
did you find this?
I don't remember. That's the
Was
thing.
it just going around?
Yeah, I don't remember where I found it, and it
I
just.
feel like I would have found this at around the time
Same.
and I didn't.
I don't know where I got it from. And again, that just made the whole Frankenstein thing even
But you
worse.
understand the difference between a real exorcism and the one where she floats up from the bed in
Yeah.
a movie.
Yeah, still, I'd like to just disassociate from that thing as a whole.
You can tell it's a set. In the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it's
yeah.
very 70s.
Still,
Like, I'm gonna
know.
be honest, when I was watching it, all I didn't expect my mind to do was play the Superman music when it came to that. And at that point, I was like, oh, this ain't scary at all. man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't mess with
we're doing it eventually.
Eventually, give it 4 years.
You will mess with ghost events.
Yeah.
No, I just don't like ghosts.
And you'll be
film.
fucking fine.
Okay, so we'll move on because we're getting caught up on this one.
Yeah.
What's a film you used to hate but now like? So a flip of before.
American Psycho.
Okay, no, I can kind of get that.
Yeah.
I can kind of get that.
Because I think the first time watching it, I was first of all younger. I was like, oh, ugh, this is such a dude bro movie.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it is, you know.
Uh-huh.
He's not a good character. Let's just get that out there.
He's not
You shouldn't
meant to be.
idealize him.
Yeah. We need to talk about how people view this movie.
Yeah.
It's not the way it really should be.
No,
viewed.
no.
I say
And-
that I've not even fully seen it.
The way people view it is the thing that they're literally criticizing with the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, I wrote down, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the book was written by a woman or a gay man, and it was
The
directed by either or.
Film is, I believe the film's directed by a woman because the book's written by Brett and Easton Ellis.
Yeah.
Who is a man as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
But I believe the film was directed by a woman.
So, like, really taking that into perspective and then looking at these men that have just idealized this. Is like,
Yeah.
you do realize this is how we view toxic people.
Yeah, like Patrick Bateman is like the archetype of like protagonist you're not supposed
Yeah.
to idealize.
Exactly.
And if you do, you are missing the point of the movie so fucking much.
And that's why I hated it, because it was on the list of like, oh, best dude bro movies. They're like Pulp Fiction, American Psycho, Fight Club. I was like, no.
All of which, okay, maybe not Pulp Fiction. American Psycho, Fight Club. I think the people who like that as dude bros do not understand.
No,
they don't understand.
absolutely.
They're
They're
the
the
joke.
problem.
Yeah.
They're the joke we're pointing fun of in those movies. Fucking idiots.
So yeah, that's the only one I could really think of hating. Because I was so against the notion of dude bro movies
Yeah.
that I was like, I hate it. I hated watching it. And then I watched it again with Memo like maybe 2 years ago or something. And I was like, no, wait a second. This works.
I get it
Holy
now.
shit.
Wait, it's good. It's just everyone else's shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was like 16, 17 when I first watched it, and I remember watching it again at the end and go, wow, people raved about this movie.
Yeah, but like, I think you need the experience of knowing dude bros
Yeah.
to kind of get it.
Uh-huh.
I
I
still
think
haven't
just
seen it in full yet.
sheer
I recommend it.
exposure to the internet has made me realize what, the film is criticizing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I don't know any, I've never known any dude bros like personally in real life, but I've seen enough online.
Oh yeah, no,
To,
exactly.
I
to
understand
get
them.
it. Yeah.
And I know to stay the fuck away from those bastards.
So is that the
Yeah,
just that
that's
one?
Yeah, just that one.
that's the only one I could think of because I don't
It's
really
fair, it's a good-
hate
Yeah.
a movie so
I
much.
kind of struggled with that one as well because I think I ended up with Godzilla
Yeah,
where like I didn't hate it. I just didn't really
Meh, it doesn't
like it
vibe
the first
with it.
time round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that only came to like a couple days before.
Yeah.
we recorded as well. And which one did I put?
I actually don't even remember.
Yeah, I have my notes. Hold on, keep talking. I can't find it.
It's a hard thing because like when you don't like a movie or when you hate it, you're not gonna go back and watch it multiple times.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Oh yeah, I had like multiple ones. So I had stuff like Phantom Menace. and
Yeah.
stuff, and Daredevil.
Oh, the 2003 one.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
Because if you just stop taking it like seriously,
Yeah.
it's a great time.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer because if you hate something, why would you subject yourself to it more
Again.
than once?
Yeah.
So let's move on to films that mean the most to you, not because of the film itself, but because of the circumstances or a memory of seeing
You
it.
struggled with this. If you
I
told me
really
that.
struggle with this one. That it's basically been empty ever since I started making this list
wow.
because
Yeah, 'cause we had a little talk about this before we got here.
because I was like, I watch movies stone faced, so how can I have a good memory with it
You're
if it's
watching it
all
with just like the
sitting?
rock emoji.
Yeah, like how can I have? And then I was like, oh, maybe a like movie theater experience. Yeah, but that hasn't impacted how I feel about the movie, and it is one of the questions on the list, like
Yeah.
most memorable theater experience. So I was like,
I find that amazing that watching something in a theater does not alter your experience. in a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
there's some films where I'm like, oh, this would have been good in cinema. I was like, oh, this was so good to watch in cinema instead of
like
at home.
like I felt that with like I still think it's a good movie, but Endgame especially, that's a very much a you had to
Yeah.
be there in the cinema to
No,
fully get it.
Absolutely. But I wrote down here, like, oh, it's, I'd say than any Dutch film I watched growing up. Because it reminds me of an easier time.
I guess.
Yeah. Like, I'll give an honorable mention to me watching the Eras Tour film, the Taylor Swift one. Because I was in London a few weeks ago with my younger sister, who I hadn't seen in a long time, and I'd really missed. And it's just one of those things. It's a girl movie, come on. And it was just such a nice experience to share something, because I'd watched, I think, the Reputation tour film that's on Netflix with her as well. So it was,
There's more than one?
yeah.
God, Melina, why have got to be such a girl?
Such a girl.
girl.
So that was something I really enjoyed because it was, with my sister, and I'd missed her. But it didn't change. I still liked it. It didn't affect how I felt about
You are
it.
an emotionless rock.
I just struggle with it, okay? It's like, when
I think you really struggle with emotions.
We're not
Well,
here to
that's-
we're not here to psychoanalyze.
Yeah,
I can't do this again.
But I can't help but think that that's really what it's shining a light on more than anything
Yeah,
else.
I know. I legit at some point was like, maybe I'm just not understanding the question. Like, there's an obvious choice ahead of me here, and I just don't know it. I have no idea. Like, there's no special memories.
Wow.
Like, there's films where I'm like, oh, Hunt for the Red October. Oh, it means a lot to me because it's my dad's favorite film. I've never seen it, so I can't say it.
Honestly, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's.
I can't.
Do you need a hug after this?
Yeah.
I'm fine. It's just.
Like, because I was not short on a lack of answers for, like, the one related to like was it the cinema question?
The theater experience.
theater
Yeah, I have a
experience.
few for
Yeah.
theater
Yeah,
experience.
I had some of those.
Yeah, I had a lot, and I had to
Yeah.
stop myself from keeping
Yeah, because
listing
I
them.
ended up having like a lot as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's baffling to me.
It's baffling to me.
Am I okay?
Am I okay? Because if I think like we do movie night with like my family, we're all very, I don't want to say stone faced, but we enjoy silently. That's what we do.
You're all emotionally stunted.
No,
You're all the rock emoji.
we're not cackle laugh out loud people at films. So it's I enjoy my movies quietly.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
So you don't have the family member that's on the phone on IMDb's trivia randomly reading them out.
Oh no, yeah, that's my dad.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's also my dad.
That's me.
See, I'll do it. I'll sit there on my phone and read it, but I won't announce it in the middle of the movie.
Oh no, I won't announce it either, unless I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
I'm drunk.
the most talking we do during a film is like, where do I know them from? Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah, and it's usually my mother who doesn't know anyone by name, so it's like, you won't. I'm not gonna tell you because you're not gonna know.
Yeah.
Unless it's Hugh Grant. She knows.
Well, you see, if I don't know the name, I'll just look up the movie I'm watching,
Yeah.
go to the cast list, and then try and see if I can find a picture of
Yeah.
them.
Oh yeah, I love doing that. It's like, where do I know you from? Where do I know you from?
That happens to me all the time. It's always Doctor Who actors.
Oh wow.
I can-
course it is.
because I'm fucking obsessed, and I can name literally anyone that has ever been in a Doctor Who episode from like series 1 to like the end of Capaldi.
Wow.
Wow.
Like
That's impressive.
you can ask like my mum. There'll be so many times we watch something like British and like someone who appeared in like one episode of Doctor Who in like the David Tennant era from like 2006, and I'll be like, I know you. I know the season. I know the episode number.
My
I know your
God.
character name.
This is like
Wow.
when we're watching something and I watched it with my mom and she's like, that's the guy from EastEnders. And I'm like, okay.
There's so many fucking characters.
He was in the
EastEnders.
bell. Okay.
Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? He was in Tagger. Everyone's in Tagger.
Everyone's a tagger. So, we've been talking about it. What's your most memorable theater experience?
Well, I have to mention, Infinity War,
Oh yeah.
which goes together with Endgame. They were
Yeah,
both
yeah.
just
Oh,
such cinema
absolutely.
experience, and it was the first film that I ever experienced selling out at my like hometown cinema.
Oh, wow.
And so they had to put a sign outside of him with like chalkboard to be like, "This is sold out."
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, "Wow, people care."
I think that happened to me with Infinity War. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was shocked
Yeah.
because it never happens.
No.
It never happened. Like you never had to book tickets in advance. And my friend was like, "No, we're gonna book tickets
It
just
was
in case."
that, and I think Force Awakens.
Ah.
'Cause that was huge as well. 'cause
Yeah,
obviously
I think the
episode 7.
screening for Shang-Chi that we went to see sold out in the end.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
It was certainly pretty packed.
I mean,
when
I
we
think
went.
we
yeah.
went to the first screening in the morning.
Yeah.
So the very first
Yeah,
screening
yeah.
That was a great day.
was fun. Yeah. Then I
I
have.
wish Marvel movies were better so we could do stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Screw the Marvels. I don't care
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, I don't care
I don't
either.
care either.
Then I have Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Because I watched that with my dad and my brother,
Mm-hmm.
who I usually went to go see Marvel movies with. And I think it's the first time I heard my dad absolutely lose it laughing.
Oh,
at a film.
wow.
And it was just when Ruffalo just bonks.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, and like that just. It's such a wholesome thing for me because it doesn't happen that much.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so nice.
Bruce Banner is fucking dead. It's his face that when he's on the bridge, he's like,
Because like it's just such a good comedic moment. It just
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
It's silly stuff like that where it just bonk, music cuts for a second. Perfect.
close up
Love
of his
it.
face.
Yep, absolutely. And then with my younger sister and a cousin of mine, I have seen most of the Despicable Me movies in cinema.
I did notice you sent a gif of one of the minions this
Oh,
morning.
yeah,
I
riding
did.
the...
Yeah, I sure did. But yeah, it just started with the first one we went to see because it was, we were all the right age
You were
group
like,
to go
you
see
would have
it.
been 9 at the time because I was 9 at the time.
Well, they're both younger than me, so I
Yeah.
was the older one. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go to the cinema with you. Why not?
Yeah.
And then the second one came out, and we were like, well,
Yeah, well, we
you
got
gotta
it.
go. Then,
I've only ever seen the second one.
I've
Oh, you're
seen
missing
all 3 of them.
have you seen the Minions movie?
No.
I did in cinemas with a bunch of toddlers.
So
Both of
how
them?
mid?
Both the Minion movies?
I mean, you have Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3, and
You
then
have
the
the-
Minion movie.
You have those two.
But there's two.
I
There's
haven't seen the second one yet.
Rise of Gru.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one's new. I haven't been able to.
No, I think
It
it's
New-
came out
Newish.
like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
at
I
this point.
haven't been home enough to go to the cinema
been
to
home
watch
in
the
the
ride
last
of
2
the
years.
Gru. Yeah, but I have to get the band back
Don't
together.
you
because of
remember
my
when
sister.
everyone was dressing up in suits
yeah,
to go see it?
tuxedos to go see the
Yeah.
Rise of Gru.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I was like, I
You're
can't.
so dense.
And that meme
How
came
dare
back, and the female version of that meme came back this year with Barbie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, I support both.
Yeah.
Yeah, we support. We support.
Yeah,
And then there's
Absolutely.
whatever the fuck's going on with the Eras tour.
Oh, yeah.
You stop it right now. It's an event.
Uh-huh.
Sure it is.
I want to say when I went, there were like 7 people. In
Okay,
the
so you
cinema.
didn't have girls dancing in the aisles.
No,
Okay.
no.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
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 I'm glad I have an internet
But
hermit.
for someone who doesn't like going to concerts because it's too loud for me and like too much just stimulation, whatever, I
No, I get
love.
you, I get
I
you.
Okay.
love concert films. I love them
I-
because then I get to experience the joy of concerts.
honestly,
That's
you know what?
hilarious.
I will understand that because I can't really do concerts.
That's
either.
hilarious because I'd rather go to a concert than watch a concert film. I don't like watching concert films. I don't like live albums either.
No, I love concert films.
I can't do either.
So yeah, that's. I haven't seen all of Despicable Me. I know because it feels wrong to watch it without my sister and my cousin. now.
Okay.
That's fair, yeah.
So I have to get the group back together.
I mean,
We have
if you've
to get-
seen the 3 Despicable Me films, you've seen all the Despicable Me because I ain't counting the
Yeah.
fucking Minions movies.
I am.
No.
I have no stakes in this race.
Despicable Me, genuinely good. The Minions, get the fuck.
Well, it's just confusing. I remember walking into the cinema. I'm unsure if my cousin was there for the Minions movie actually, and
You didn't get the band back together.
no, I was so upset as well.
We're talking about the fucking Minions.
Yes, and I walked in and I noticed like,
We
oh,
knew
there's
this was
like
inevitable.
there's like a lot of younger kids, and I didn't think about the fact that am I going to a Dutch or an English screening? And then I realized, well, it's the Minions. They don't speak English, so it's fine
Wait,
regardless.
hold on. No. Backtrack a little. You were shocked there were little kids at the Minions movie.
A kids movie!
Yeah, it had just been a while.
No, you can't just. It's been a while on this. How far away do you need to be to not realize a kids movie is for kids?
I don't know, just because I didn't go to the cinema as a little kid. I started going when I was like maybe 8 or 9.
That's still a little
That's a little
kid!
No, I'm talking like 5-year-olds.
I mean, I did, but.
That must be nice. But yeah, I had a panic moment where I said there was like, what if the movie's in Dutch? Oh god, I don't want to hear a dub. Like, I don't do that. That's weird. And then they just started talking in Minion lines. I'm like, oh, we're fine. Like, there were maybe 7 lines that were not in Minion language total in
Okay.
that movie. They were dub, but it was okay because it was just those 7-ish ones.
Bet you dumb.
Okay.
Bet you dumb.
Well, moving on, because I don't want to keep talking about the fucking Minions.
Hard cut from Minions 2.
yeah.
Sexiest film you've ever seen. I
Hell
forgot
yeah.
this question was here.
What a great placement right after we talked about the fucking Minions movie.
So let me introduce you to one of the many Roman empires of girl culture, which is the Regency era.
That is one of the sentences of all time.
I have no idea what's going on.
The Roman Empire of girl culture. What does that fucking mean?
What's happening?
It's the Regency era.
What does that mean?
Yeah, okay, I don't actually know what that
So
means.
it's like the Pride and Prejudice era. It's like where Bridgerton takes place.
Okay.
Modern princess movie.
Yes. Love that shit. And I want to say, I know it's not a film, but Bridgerton, hell yeah.
I fucking knew.
Hell yeah, Bridgerton. You don't know anything about Bridgerton. No, that is
I've
to
had
me,
it recommended
I
to
get
me.
it.
By female family members.
Imagine the sort of like toned down nature of the 50 Shades movies applied to
The Regency era.
the Regency era, the sort of like high class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so much
You know,
mutual
the
pining.
most I know about Bridgerton is how did fucking John Oliver describe it that one time?
Oh, I don't remember.
It was like there's a lot more sex than you expect. A lot
Oh,
more,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yes.
a lot more like I'm on sheets than you expect or something like
Yeah,
that. You said it way
it's-
better than I did.
Basically, smut live action.
I don't want to say. There's a story,
The
actually.
books are essentially.
Yeah, I haven't read the books.
There are books.
Yes, they're based
Yeah.
on books.
Yeah. But again, it's all about the drama. There's so much drama.
Oh yeah, you're
Is this-
watching it for the
is this-
drama, sure.
Yeah.
I know what this
No,
is.
I
This
watched
is
it for
just-
many reasons.
This is just the movie version of romance novels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
exactly
basically, yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a series as well. It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
2 seasons on Netflix.
Yes. And a spin off.
Why was this recommended to me?
And I don't. It's just that those type of movies. I wanted to say Atonement as well, but that movie just takes a turn where I can't say it's a sexy
I don't know
film
what
I
anymore.
have no idea what Atonement is.
So it's
Is this another girl
James-
culture thingy?
No, James McAvoy and Keira Knightley. Always a good combo. Then you have Benedict Cumberbatch, and it's one of Saoirse Ronan's first films, I think.
Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Yeah,
Saoirse?
Saoirse Ronan.
I don't know.
Her.
Yeah.
And it's a generally good film, but it just takes a very sad turn that I can't recommend it for sexiest film, but there's some very nice scenes in there. We want to hear from the minions.
What's happening? I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what you were expecting with my list.
Here's the funny thing. I feel like with this, me and Sean took a very sort of reserved approach to it. And then
Fucking what did I put?
you came in with that.
She's got to be different somehow.
Yeah, gotta be different.
Because I feel like you would have gave us so much shit had we came in and went, yeah, that for that reason is, you know, she had big knockers or whatever. You'd have gave us so much shit. And you're coming with
Tittle
Bridgerton.
bitties.
I like Bridgerton, what can I say?
This is a great.
Yeah, this is so fun.
Yeah. So we'll move on. God,
We
I
are
don't
not
know.
trapped. She's not trapped here with us. We're trapped in here with her.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How does it feel for you guys?
I've experienced worse.
This is my house.
and
my house
and
now.
she's in the walls.
I'm just an ominous voice.
yeah.
Okay. Moving on. A film that you think outclasses its source material.
Couldn't think of anything, so I put down Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's based on a fucking theme park ride.
Correct. So I think it outclasses that.
I am so angry.
Remember when I said what the scariest film was for me, and you all thought fucking Shining was a cop out answer? What's this? What do you classify?
This is a non-answer. That's what that is.
What do you mean? It has source material. I think
That's
the
not
movie's
source
out.
material.
An
Yes, it
amusement
was.
park ride is not a source material.
Well, that's where the inspiration
Stop
came
media.
from. The source material.
That's a bullshit answer.
Oh
I
my
told you I
god.
couldn't think of anything.
I would have taken Civil War. I would have
Yeah.
taken Civil War.
I haven't read the comic.
I mean,
You don't
you're doing
need to,
yourself a
neither have
favour,
I.
Yeah. I
could say
have.
it's better.
That's the thing. I know of things that people say outclass. They're whatever.
You're telling me you've never seen a movie that you've then read the book of, or you've read the book and then watched the movie?
I read very few books growing up, and now I don't read like books that are.
You've read like non-stop the past 2 years.
Yeah, but I only read informational books and George
You
Orwell.
read Frankenstein and George Orwell.
Yeah, those were sprinkled throughout. Because I owned them, so I had to read them at some point.
I feel like I'm having a stroke.
Are there any Frankenstein movies you think outclass the book?
No.
Okay, cool.
Corey, you
watched any
gotta say,
George
it's
Orwell
kind of
movies?
smart to put Pirates of the
No,
Caribbean.
it's not smart. It's the dumbest bullshit I've ever heard.
I gotta leave the room so I go to the toilet. Fucking bullshit.
We're gonna continue this because
You fucked me over with this answer. Goodbye. I'm done. Fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm sorry, I haven't read enough books to justify saying, "Oh, the movie was better."
You're basically saying you're illiterate.
books, just not books that have been made into film. And the books that I've read, I haven't seen the films of, so what am I supposed to say?
You've never watched a film and thought, oh, I'll go read the book.
No.
Have you not read Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit?
No.
What?
No. I've pretended to. I've written
What does
essays
that
on
mean?
them. No, I know. Yeah. As a teenager, I was just against reading for some reason. I was like, I'm not going to read.
So was I, but how am I the most well-read person in this group?
I don't know. I don't know. Just the last few years where I'm like, I should read more. And then I just started reading more. But again, it takes a while to catch up.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I'm behind on the general book culture. I'll tell you one thing. I watched the second Hunger Games film in cinema with a friend of mine. My friend immediately was like, I'm reading the book. And my first reaction was, tell me what happens. And then when we would bike to school together, she would relate to me the chapter she'd read.
Have we moved on?
No.
Are we still here?
We're still here.
We're
Pirates
still
of the Caribbean bullshit fucking answer.
That's the answer I'm sticking with. Sorry.
Christ. Okay. Well, we'll move on now that Sean's returned.
I hate you.
This is going to be great because this is the follow-up question. What is objectively the greatest film of all time, even if you do not like it?
Okay, I'm not going to name the classics because you guys went over it.
Yeah, we
Okay.
already went.
Yeah, we
I'll
all
give you that.
agreed,
Yeah.
like, yada yada, those are really good.
Godfather, you know,
Yeah,
all that
all
all
those.
that stuff.
We've been there, we've done that.
Yeah.
I have 3 here. 3 films that I think are really good
I am
and really
ready.
shaped, like, film as a culture. We have Bicycle Thieves.
The fuck?
It's an Italian neorealist film.
Nope.
It's really good.
I'm gonna throw this water bottle at you.
It's really good. Okay, I'm sorry, but it really shaped.
Okay,
The
when did this
culture.
movie come out?
Oh god, 43?
Michael, get back here. Sit down, put the headphones on.
Oh, you're gonna hate the next one.
It's already been 50 minutes.
My heart rate is so high right now.
Would you like a monster to calm you down?
Second, Le Bonheur, which is a French film.
You watched
Agnes
Agnes Varda?
Varda?
That's actually incredible.
Yes, because first of all, directed by a woman, so love that.
Hashtag feminism, nice.
Yeah, it's a film about a family, and the guy cheats, the woman cheats, but it's
see you
depending
rage at
on how you look at it. It could either be a horror movie, or or a very shit. And I'm sorry, it just contains one of my favorite quotes of all time, where the man tries to justify cheating on his wife by saying, if I had 10 arms and you still have 2 arms, it means the other arms, I wouldn't love you any less if I cheated.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I have
It's very
never,
well shot.
This is objectively the best film of all time.
I think it's really good.
in the entire time that we've been recording these podcasts for almost 2 years, I have never been so enraged.
I knew this would happen.
What bullshit are you on right now?
Yeah. And
It's in that fucking drink.
it's vodka. Lastly, West Side Story, the original one.
What?
Yep. It's a
don't-
really good musical.
We've
like
went
problematic
from
themes and
Italian
casting
neo
aside.
bullshit to
How dare you disrespect Italian neorealism? That's a great genre.
I don't care anymore. Just let her speak.
So yeah, West Side Story. It's
That's the
At
most
least-
normal answer.
yeah,
Look,
Yeah.
I'm just happy we have a normal answer.
yeah.
You could have gone with that and avoided all of this.
No, I got like my appreciation for the French New Wave.
No one's gonna watch
and
them.
Italian neorealism. No, I'm not expecting anyone to.
I'll try and watch them.
I'm not gonna watch them.
If you want some other neorealist recommendations, I have a few really good ones.
Sure, I need something to do.
I don't think you're gonna like them.
Oh my
Burlesque
god.
2.
Burlesque again.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay, what's the next
What is the
one?
film you can watch the most over and over again? And I swear to God, if there is an Italian neorealism
It is
movie,
not.
okay.
No, because they're
Is it
very.
Is it normal?
Is it a
Yeah,
normal
yeah, I'd
answer?
say they're all very normal.
You'd
we
say.
have a Lord of the Rings and a Hobbit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Captain America: First Avenger, which I think one of you also mentioned in the
I
wanting
might have.
to.
I might have.
Yeah, it just
So I like- I
it's a
like
feel
that.
good film.
I like first.
yeah,
Avenger.
First Avenger.
Yeah,
It just hits the right spot.
I think we all do.
Yeah. And then
soft spot
lastly,
for
a
it.
film I've talked about in one of our very first episodes, Mr. Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah.
I think.
exactly. It's like the spy guy that's very
Oh,
sarcastic with Anna Kendrick.
One of the episodes that no one's listened to.
Do not go back.
No, it's a funny movie. It's a
Yeah,
nice
okay,
background, semi-romance, semi-guy trying to kill people, but he just tells her everything's, oh, sorry, gotta kill a guy. She's like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Finally, healthy relationship.
Yeah, it's like she doesn't take it seriously, and that to me, that dynamic is just great. Because he's,
True
there's
love.
the conflict at some point where she's like, you just killed that guy. He's like, yeah, I've been telling you all this time. That's what I do.
I thought it was a joke.
I thought you were joking. He's like, nah, why would I do that? I thought, be honest, it's better.
Okay, you don't have to smack this anymore.
At least it's
I'm sorry.
designed for that.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Kitty's
yeah,
queen.
So those are all fairly normal.
Yeah, that is normal.
Breathe. Breathe.
Hey. What's the worst film you've ever seen?
So because I had to watch a lot of shit films for uni,
Uh-huh.
some of those more niche ones are here.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So I have The Hour of the Furnace,
Hold your judgment.
which is a documentary from I want to say Brazil, but I'm not sure. About like the political state that was happening at the time, but they were like, let's like juxtaposition that with like cow slaughter, so it's like a metaphor for how the people are being treated. And it was like 2.5 hours long, and that was the first half of it.
Christ.
Yeah, I couldn't try to do that. I hated it. It's like my lecturer was like, the significance of the culture. I was like, I don't care. It was boring as shit. I had to watch cows being slaughtered. I don't want to watch this ever again.
Was it you guys? Was it a class like all three of us were in, or was it just a class we were in? Where, like, we had to watch like it was an Andy Warhol sort of short film thing where it's just a zoom in on
don't
like a
think I've
corner of
seen
like a room or whatever for like 8 minutes or something, and I think that was like the worst thing.
I don't remember that, but I may have just,
I mean, yeah, I
Blot it
remember us
out.
complaining about it, so I think you might have just blocked
yeah.
it.
I do remember us getting shown like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari and the Maltese Falcon and stuff like that, but I don't
yeah.
remember like the Warhol. I know that we watched Battleship Potemkin, the whole stairway thing. Don't remember the Warhol thing.
I'm sure it wasn't just me on my own like finding this, but
I think there was a documentary about someone that we watched where they went to like his art gallery or something.
yeah, I know there was just something to do about
Yeah.
Warhol. We learned about at some point. You might not have been there.
No,
I'm so
I
sorry.
don't remember all that.
Actually, I'm not sorry. You were the best out of the three of us because you didn't have to experience.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, no, fair.
You were saved.
And for my second choice, which is my last choice as well, is like A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Is that the actual title of the movie? Not
Yes.
just the description?
That is the whole title
Was
of
this
the
from the
movie.
20s?
It was 2014.
It does sound familiar.
So it's an Iranian movie, won a bunch of awards, but boring as shit.
With a title like that.
Yeah, she's a vampire, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to the story whatsoever.
She just is.
Yeah.
Why is she have that?
And it was filmed in California, and they made no effort to make California look like Iran.
What is happening?
Yeah,
I don't
so
know what's
it-
happening.
And you can pull a lot of metaphors because she was like friends with this trans woman, and so a lot of people were like, "Oh, she only hates men, this vampire woman." I'm like, no, nothing of this makes sense. Like, it's such a nonsensical movie where everyone's like, "No, the hidden meaning's like, no, none of that works, none of it."
Okay.
So I just hated it.
Okay. Can I? You're not gonna edit this in, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Can we get like the fucking Gangsters Paradise?
Well, we'll see. I guess.
It's not happening. I know,
No,
but-
and this is gonna say it.
Yeah. Okay. What's the film that made you laugh the most?
Yeah. As
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, don't
Ragnarok.
really laugh out loud at film.
What's like the funniest film to you then?
Hot Fuzz, any of the Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail is like funny to me.
I
wouldn't
we mentioned
laugh at
that,
it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is that
good
like
one.
the only one that sparks joy? Like,
Jesus.
no, the way you're
I don't
answering is like I've
know.
put a fucking gun to your head.
Look, this is like the quotes thing all over. I just like there's just
Bitch, use your brain.
no, I can't recall like having like a laughing fit at something that happened in a movie.
You joyless motherfucker.
I am never watching a comedy with you.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. Sorry to bother you. I think it's very funny, but again, not laugh out loud funny. It's funny in concept.
That is the most
idea.
joyless statement I've ever heard.
Correct.
We shall move on.
Yeah. Okay. What film do you wish turned out different? It's a very vague question.
Avengers Endgame just didn't like the ending.
Huh.
Endgame?
Yeah.
I mean, I
What
know
would you
we've
have
talked about Endgame being like a bit messy when you watch it
Yeah.
again,
Okay, yeah.
but the ending?
Yeah, I always feel like that's one of the strongest parts.
Yeah.
I just
Would you not like
it just felt weak. It felt like a cop out a bit to me.
Well,
You
Iron Man
mean
dying
Iron Man making the ultimate sacrifice a
after
whole
like 10
Yeah,
years.
but like that part I understood, and then they were just like, oh no, Steve's gotta just fuck off back to the 40s. I'm like, why?
to live his
Do
life.
you mean the man out of time gets to go back to his time?
Yeah, but it like diminishes everything that happens in Agent Carter, the series. Everything.
Who the fuck watched Agent Carter?
Me!
Yeah, I'll say that.
It's a girl power series!
The problem is nobody watches it because they put it on fucking ABC.
Yeah.
No, but at least respect
Disney
the
Plus
fact,
doesn't even like fucking advertise it much anymore.
No.
That's
No, like-
bullshit.
Peggy Carter, she fully moved on.
Yeah.
Fully moved on in that show, and they were like, screw that, screw her female perspective, yada yada, bring the man back. I'm
Okay,
like, that
I'm,
makes
I'm,
no sense.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in here. It would cause a different timeline.
Or just let Steve stay in the current, and he can move on with
And he
fucking
gets
Peggy's
no
niece.
bitches.
No
He
one,
was getting bitches.
No one wants him with Peggy's niece.
nobody fucking likes Peggy's niece. I'm sorry to the actress, but
She's great. She's a great actress.
she's fine. But you know, no one fucking likes what was her name? What was her
Sharon.
Sharon
Yeah,
Carter.
Sharon, yeah.
No one likes Sharon Carter.
I just
He deserved better.
That
No.
kiss.
yeah, that's a male perspective. You want the
Melina,
women to
Melina.
bend to you?
Are you going to defend that awkward as fuck kiss they have in Civil War?
No,
Cool.
no.
You're
I
not,
would never
you're
do
not
that.
completely insane.
The only other person that I think he would have been a good match with had he stayed died in Endgame anyway.
True as well. Yeah, she also deserved better. But again, I
Are
understand
we
what it
talking about
happened.
Natasha?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest for a split second. I was like, are you talking about Tony?
I mean,
The forbidden love.
Yeah, I've seen fanfics.
Well,
we're not getting back.
No.
Yeah. We're past that.
we've
era.
had our fanfic arc.
Yeah. And second movie, La La Land.
Okay, I've never seen it,
I
so
haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, it ends. I'll tell you if you don't give a shit.
I don't.
I don't.
You know, it in the beginning, it's like a zoom out from Emma Stone, and you're like, oh, they finally got together. And then as it pulls back, it reveals, oh, she's with a different guy. So she
Okay.
never ended up with Gosling.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh no.
she deserved him. They danced together.
Ryan Gosling never gets his bitches.
He got his bitch in Crazy Stupid Love.
Did he?
Yeah, there was Emma Stone.
He didn't
literally
get
was
it
his bitch.
in Barbie.
No. He got his wife in a film.
I have still not seen Barbie.
Oh my god.
I mean, I say that I know that not having seen it yet.
Yeah.
What happened?
He's
just
watch
Ken.
it.
He's,
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
so that's
just
where
Ken.
he's just Ken comes
Yeah.
from. No, honestly, he finds value in just himself. That's
He's
cool.
Yeah.
he's just Ken. Anywhere else, he would have been a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's just Ken.
He'll always be a 10 in our hearts.
Good for Ken.
I mean, it's Ryan Gosling, yeah.
He's literally me.
yeah. For real.
What?
You don't know
What? Yeah, I know, but what about what I just said made it sound like that's what I meant?
Non sequiturs are our bread and butter, man. You got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, come on.
This shouldn't be a shock to you.
Oh my god. What question are we on? Okay. What
60.
film does everyone else like that you don't?
Well, Wolf Children, apparently.
Like,
We
just
are not
because you
returning.
can't get past
I don't like it.
the whole furry thing that's there for like 5 minutes.
5
Not
minutes
even
where they
really
have
furry,
sex.
Not even really a furry thing. I mean, he's furry, but
I don't think you want to dig this grave for yourself.
We're not having this
No.
conversation.
no.
Pulp Fiction. Just can't get.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Can't
I
hide
get
it.
that.
And I don't want to say that I don't like it, but I feel like I just don't get it. And it's Into the Spider-Verse. I know. It just doesn't hit right for me. Like, I can appreciate
What
it.
do you mean
I
it
can
doesn't hit right?
understand.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, I have so many hot ass takes. I know. I want to like it more. I wish I could.
Watch Across.
I know.
Watch Across.
I know.
Watch Into and then watch Across again. Like, watch them back
Watch
to
them
back.
again.
Watch Across
Okay.
again.
Yeah. Christ.
I know.
I do genuinely think, being like absolutely serious, even if you didn't fully get into, I think you'd still get enjoyment from Across.
Maybe, yeah.
Even just from like an artistic value, because
No, yeah.
because like
probably.
on the animation side, it's like a huge bump up.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And Into the Spider-Verse was already pretty good animation.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you'll at least appreciate it there, I think.
I agree on Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah.
I agree on Pulp
I
Fiction.
think-
We're not addressing the other one.
I think we've all made clear our thoughts
Yeah.
on Tarantino.
Yeah.
He has one good movie, I think.
Yes.
That's
I mean, I'd
everybody
say-
has one good movie from him that they
I,
like.
I think he has a couple of good movies.
I need to watch Kill Bill. That's the only one.
I haven't
Interested
seen
at this
Kill Bill,
point.
Which one have you seen you thinks is a good one?
Inglourious Bastards.
Okay, I agree.
Because
I like
the
Inglourious
opening
Basterds.
is really,
Yeah, yeah.
really strong. And then it gets, it's fine.
That's it's Kill Bill and Glorious Bastards, the two I need to see.
Django, I'd say as well.
Oh yeah, I keep
Definitely
forgetting.
Django.
he
Did
that.
you know when Leonardo slams his hand?
Oh,
that's
shut the
actually-
fuck up.
Did you know that,
you know
that when
when-
Aragorn kicks the helmet, he actually breaks his toe?
Do you know that Samuel L. Jackson pulled him aside and told him to say the N-word?
Did you know that?
Which actually did happen.
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah. I mean, everything we said just actually happened as well.
Yeah, I know.
Did you know the code name for Star Wars was Blue Harvest?
No, I think he has like a couple of good movies, but I think, Pulp Fiction, I just don't get the hype.
No.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a bad film. It's just I don't.
I've
understand.
never been able
I
to
don't
sit
vibe
through
with
to
it.
the end.
No, same.
I have sat through to the end. It's still fine. It's a good collection of short stories, I guess,
Yeah.
but like I don't understand why everyone fucking worships it.
No, I mean, I say all of this when I still, to this day, quote it regularly.
Yeah, I mean it's a quotable movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it good. But
You know
it's
what they call
quotable.
a Big Mac in France?
I'm
A
gonna be
Royale with cheese.
Nah, I'm pretty fucking far from okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd agree on that. Not so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
on
No,
Into the
that's fair.
Spider-Verse.
That's fair.
So what's something you'd adapt into a movie given the opportunity? Come on, you illiterate bitch.
Okay, calm down, man.
Frankenstein, but funny and camp as hell.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Fair
good.
enough.
Guillermo del Toro is currently working on a Frankenstein. So, if he does it right, he can
You've
use
kind of
it.
taken the interpretation I did, where like movies of this exist, but they didn't do it right.
Yeah.
'Cause I did
Exactly.
fucking Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And having now, in between episodes, watched those live action
You
movies,
still say the same.
I'm even more. I'm even stronger about my opinion. They did not fucking do it right.
Another one of that series, Phantom of the Opera. We have movies. No, they're not camp enough. They're not
What do you mean
theatrical.
plural?
There's
there's
like
multiple.
Is there?
like
I only
very
knew about
old
the.
ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ones that are not based on the music.
Yeah.
I see.
From like
So yeah,
way back.
I need more camp. I need more weird goth stuff.
Mm.
And maybe stay a bit truer to the musical because that's camp as hell.
You said.
That's not actually Phantom. That's the sequel one. 10 years old.
No.
I've seen that one clip, and that's the only thing I know from Love Never Dies, and I'm just going to keep it that way because I've still heard bad things.
I know you said Del Toro's working on a Frankenstein, but you know that just means it's going to be grim dark, right?
Yeah, but maybe he makes it funny enough.
I don't know.
We'll see.
It's never something that struck me about Del Toro.
Yeah, but
Remember when he was
he
gonna
can
do The
surprise us. I don't want to talk about that.
Also, you're assuming this movie gets fucking made.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, with the strikes, shit's changed. So
With Del Toro, it's always up
yeah,
to
no,
50.
fair. But again, even if it's not as camp, I would look forward to seeing his vision as Frankenstein. And yeah, that's mostly it. Like, there's some modern retellings I want to do of some stories, but I'm not gonna bring them up because they're Italian heroes.
Calm. Not
I'm
yet.
gonna snap this fucking
Not,
coaster in half.
not
Yeah.
yet, Ferb.
All right. What's a film you think has a better sequel?
So, I think
Oh,
the
God.
Captain America Winter Soldier is better
Okay.
Well,
as a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Do I still really, really like the first Avenger? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was really struggling to find a sequel where I was like, it's better. Because it's something that generally happens more often, I think, the 90s.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I know, I get you. Because
Yeah.
You're saying that like you don't go before the 90s when you fucking gave us 1943 movie.
I was gonna say off that, like, you have like T2 and stuff. I'm someone who thinks T1 is better.
Yeah.
That's a funny little noise
Someone
in the
drilling?
background.
It's
I have
outside.
no idea.
Yeah, as it's,
Yeah.
it's construction.
Yeah, I know that sound. It's outside.
And I don't know whether this is okay to count, but Ragnarok was better than The Dark World, but that was not very
Duh.
hard.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Ragnarok was better than Thor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Love and Thunder fucked it up though.
Yeah, it tried and it just failed.
There was a good movie in there. It's just
And no one was taking it
Taika
seriously.
too hard.
Yeah.
Taika timed it too much.
yeah. Too much for TT.
Yeah. Like, I couldn't think of any others where I was like, oh, it has a better sequel. Honestly, couldn't
Back
think
to
of
the
it.
Future, well, not Lord of the Rings, but
I haven't seen
Really? Back to
I've only seen the original Back to the
Yeah.
Future, so
what?
yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
You haven't seen the perfect trilogy?
No. No.
It is one of those trilogies. You can't watch one without watching the other two. It's like watching
Well, I
the
watched
first...
it in school. I watched the first one in school, so it wasn't like I had the space to immediately go home afterwards and watch the rest.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
This is like watching the first Toy Story, but not watching the other two.
I haven't even seen Toy Story either, so
I will strangle you. Lawyers know I will not strangle.
But Star Wars, like, Empire's better.
Honestly,
than
I'm not expecting you to have seen Star Wars.
I have.
I know,
we
but I'm
know
not
she's
expecting
seen
you.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
I know,
It's a
but it feels
marathon.
weird that you...
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King is the best one.
No.
Oh, sorry, I got confused for a
If
second.
you thought I was going to say Two Towers.
Yeah, I was like, not the worst one.
no.
No, I think the first one's the best.
You see, that's fair, though.
I mean, fair, yeah.
I like the
guess.
feel of Fellowship.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best one. Sorry.
Okay, hold on. What else? There has to be something in there.
Spider-Man 2 is better than Spider-Man 1.
It's been too long for me to say
Oh,
so.
for the love
Watch
of
him
fuck.
again.
No, I was supposed to, and then I just forgot.
Cross the Spider-Verse better than Into the Spider-Verse. You should watch it.
Sure. Sure.
I mean, I actually believe that, though.
Yeah.
Cross
From what
is
I've
better
heard
than
about
Into.
it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, right now, I don't know if Beyond's gonna fuck that up and
Well,
retroactively. But, that's like a fucking year away at this point.
maybe more. Yeah, that's...
Yep.
What was your answer? I've totally forgotten at this point.
It's a Winter Soldier and Ragnarok.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they're weak answers, but sure.
I know they are really weak answers. I feel that as well.
Infinity War over the first Avengers?
No.
No?
No.
It's weird. I go back and forth on the first, Avengers movie at this point.
Yeah, I mean, my hot take is that Age of Ultron's actually good.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
Man, I remember when that was my hot take to you and you didn't believe.
Yeah. But see, I think it was
It's 'cause-
WandaVision that ended up kind of, or like the arc of Wanda
Yeah,
ended
yeah.
up improving
Yeah.
that retroactively.
I think that's the thing of Age of Ultron. We're going on a Marvel tangent. again, sorry. But I think that's the thing of Age of Ultron. It gets better retroactively as more stuff sort of comes from it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll move on.
Okay.
I almost don't want to ask this question.
it.
What film do you think has better source material? I swear to God, if you say the Pirates of the Caribbean again.
If you say fucking nothing,
So I have after having watched all the Hunger Games movies, I did read all the books.
You're gonna say Hunger Games?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll agree. The books are better than the
Yeah.
movies.
I have no stake in this race, so.
Yeah, it just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say the nuances, but you know what I mean?
It definitely
Yeah.
loses something. I think Jennifer Lawrence it's not her best
No.
role. Also splitting up Mockingjay into 2 parts kind of fucks
That's
it all
a
up.
choice.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the film's focused and the press focused so much on the whole love triangle thing.
Yeah.
And that it was the point of the book that, you know, they were like, no, it's not about the love
Yeah.
triangle. People, the Capitol, it's going to obsess over that because that's what they want. They
Yeah.
want the drama. And then we just see it happening in real life and we're like, guys,
Yeah.
this is legit what she said would happen and you've done it.
Satire becomes reality.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just think Mockingjay, the start of it focuses too much on the love triangle before it really gets going.
Absolutely.
But yeah. I
Someone who loves for drama, you are very much against this drama.
No, I'm against love triangles that only exist for marketing purposes.
It's also
That's fair,
YA fiction, so you can tell
Yeah.
how well written that's going to be.
Okay, yeah, in that perspective. Lol.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the YA things that came out in the era,
Oh,
Hunger Games is at
Oh
the
yeah,
top.
that's still the one that like comes out near on top.
yeah,
yeah.
you could not pay me to read like Maze Runner or
A
Divergent
no,
or
absolutely
whatever.
not.
Oh, it was a strange time.
It was. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it was.
No, I'd agree. I think Hunger Games books are better. I always worry about going back to read them because I don't know if I phased out of
Same.
that audience now, where I have a higher standard.
Yeah.
It's not YA anymore. It's just A.
Yeah, just A.
Just A.
And finally, what film or films live in your head rent free?
Whatever I watched last, and that's a cop-out answer.
My
I know.
God.
It's just how my brain works. Like, what I watched last is what I'm gonna think
You
about
are a
most.
goldfish.
I don't mind that, actually. But if I think...
You're a clownfish.
There's
is what you
some
are.
that I'll think about more every now and then, and that's, you know, the classics, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbits, some of
Those
the...
are
Those are answers.
Those are answers.
Yeah, but I don't think about them as much as I would the
I mean,
last
yeah,
thing
you
I
couldn't
watched.
give us quotes, so that's, you know,
Exactly.
it's quotes from Lord of the Rings or moments from Lord of the Rings that live rent free in my head.
Nope. The vibe. Pure vibes.
I had the Fellowship of the Ring on last night when I was going to bed.
Oh, nice.
And I wasn't looking at it because obviously I'm trying to sleep. But the scene where Frodo puts the ring in the fire, I was listening to that, but I could still see it like crystal clear in my mind.
No.
Especially when Gandalf says, "Do not tempt me!"
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
And then goes into that big rut where he gets like,
Put your hand out, Frodo. It's quite cool.
It's quite chilly.
I just love the way he says it's quite cool. I said this like I think last when I did my one, or maybe like sometime before then, but I still think the quote that always jumps out to me is when Bilbo's leaving like the Shire, and he just says to Gandalf like, "I've thought up an ending to my book."
Yep.
And he lived happily ever after to the end of his days, and he just waddles along.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
It's written in the tongues of Mordor. It reads.
Again, I love that scene because I end up watching like The Hobbit first and stuff. I got that connection to Bilbo
Yeah.
that, you know, I can't escape, and it's like the
Fucking young ones.
I know, but
honestly.
it's the one thing like from The Hobbit I can unequivocally say I got from those movies that's not tainted with any sort of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching The Lord of the Rings before The Hobbit even fucking came out.
I just got into film way later than you guys, so I feel like I missed out on so much.
How
I
are you the
wasn't-
most snobby about them as well then?
I don't know, because I'm studying at a university, so I don't really have a choice.
We went to college.
Yeah.
Yes.
For years.
We were forced, well, you weren't. I was forced to watch so much Hitchcock, so many movies that are like that. I still came out fucking loathing that idea.
It's just when you learn the history behind a certain area of a country, it gives it a new light. It makes more sense in certain ways. It's really weird to explain. I hated this shit too. I hate myself for liking snobby stuff.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm the one that watches anime.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna kiss that fucking pop filter.
No, not in my episode.
Get
We started this episode with ham. You can't end it like this.
a cherry.
It's fine, it's a JoJo's reference. Don't get it.
But yeah, I wish I could end on a higher note than whatever I watched last. But you know, honest
There
answer.
isn't a movie that just has stuck with you. Like I didn't mention it at the time because it had been that long since I watched it. But A Silent Voice would be one of those movies for me again.
I mean, look, Desolation of Smaug, I know almost by heart, but that's a stupid fucking choice.
Melina,
It's your choice. It's an answer. It's your choice.
It's your. I know we give you shit for your answers, but you know,
a
you haven't cared
1942
so far.
Italian neorealism movie.
It's a really good movie.
It's a stupid choice.
You haven't cared about your other answers that we'd have a problem with. Why do you care now?
I don't know, honestly. Because the thing is, I'm now, because I have modules where I have to talk about film, so I'm overanalyzing everything, and I'm thinking about my fucking essays, and they're constantly on my mind because I have to replay these movies in order to remember them. So of course they're going to be on my mind most.
We've had to write essays about the movies too.
This is how we became friends.
Oh come on, the ones we did in the agency were nothing. That was bullshit. I got through that course by doing nothing.
I am livid. My heart rate is
I'm so
probably
sorry.
so high. If it lets me check it.
You've died already. It's just 0.
You are my least favorite friend.
Come on! Earlier you wanted to be my bestie, and now you're retracting it.
Well, you know you're pushing that.
Oh, my heart rate's currently at 93.
Oh my god.
Over 6 minutes ago when it was 78.
Look what you've done to this.
You shot it up to 118 at one point.
Oops. Oopsies.
To be fair, this is half a you problem.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have such shitty fucking. Oh,
I
you've
know!
seen a 1942 Italian neorealism film, but you haven't seen Back to the Future 2 and 3?
No.
Or Terminator?
Look, I know I missed the thing out on the classic because I got into it when I was like 15, 16 years old. So no one is still recommending the classics to you at that point because they assume you've watched it. So when you ask for recommendations, they never come up.
What are you talking about?
No, if someone asks you, oh, what film should I watch tonight? Would you say, oh, watch all the Back to the Future?
Yes!
Yes.
That would be your first choice to tell someone.
Yes.
You wouldn't think, oh, let me give you something recent.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah, whether they've seen them 1,000 times or not, I'm still recommending Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Or Lord of the Rings.
Nothing has ever come up when I
People
ask
still
someone.
recommend Harry Potter to me.
I still fucking recommend Star Wars to everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I have not experienced that, and I wish I
You
had.
live under a rock.
I do. Correct.
It's fucking Easter Island head emoji.
Bonk.
Just the rock eyebrow gives sound. Dun.
Let it end.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's bring this fucking heart attack inducing episode to an end.
This has been my hot takes.
Oh my god, wow.
Are you proud?
No, I'm not.
You look proud. I'm gonna
I know.
be honest.
I'm proud of.
That is a
That's
smug
over
face you
with.
have.
Yeah, thank you for listening to this. I got
See ya.
nothing else. I got nothing else.
No, it's
See ya.
fair. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.